Prince William voted most popular UK royal ahead of wife Kate, Charles and Camilla. I love these polls that the tabloids conduct. What is the point of that poll? How many times have I, and every other royal watcher with eyeballs and ears, said in the last 2 years that King Charles should have had a bit of common sense and abdicated in favour of his son? What poll are they going to conduct next? Average British man prefers steak and chips to falafels and superglue. That is what they put in them, isn't it? Right, let's not beat around the bush. You all saw this coming 10 miles away. It's obvious. Let's see the result of this poll, shall we? The next in line to the throne is second only to his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, as the public across the Commonwealth lay bare their honest assessment of the British royal family. Who else was it going to be? The only two I've pointed out that are actually popular is Prince William or Princess Anne. Another one who I said the Queen should have just ripped up the rule book and said, you can have the job, Anne. Because some of these blokes, particularly my gibbering jug-eared son, they haven't just got appalling taste in women, they've also got appalling judgment. And you can guess who rounded out the bottom, can't you? Who's going to win out of Kate and Meghan? You've got Kate, who's good looking and virtuous and polite and kind, and then you've got the creature. The creature that's been up on more pipes than the Mario Brothers and has been rogered more than a copper's radio. Her flaps are so calloused, if you stuck your hand down her drawers, it just sort of felt like you were rubbing your hand across a stale scone or something. William remains 12 percentage points behind the late Queen Elizabeth II, with people living in the Commonwealth still choosing her as their favourite member of the world's most famous family. The timely boost in popularity for William came ahead of King Charles III's coronation last month. The survey was compiled by Lord Michael Ashcroft and saw 22,701 people from all 15 countries in which Charles is the head of state. So at least it's a decent sample size from a broad spectrum of places. Sometimes these tabloid newspapers will run a poll where it says something like, overwhelming majority of Britain want to go back into the EU. And then you read it and it's like, oh, we asked 400 Guardian readers in Kent. You know, like total nonsense. But nearly 23,000 people in every Commonwealth country. That's a decent sample size, so we can take it as quite accurate. According to the files, 44 focus groups from Britain, Australia, the Bahamas, Belize, Canada, Jamaica, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands were also consulted. Queen Elizabeth II was considered favourably by 76% of those surveyed, while William was second with a popularity rating of 64. Making up the top five is Princess Diana, Princess Anne and William's wife Kate. And you know it's a good poll because that passes the common sense test. If you were to ask me the top five, or Paula, or any of the other proper royal commentators who do an infinitely better job than me, they'd all say the same. Princess Diana, because she was off hugging AIDS victims and lepers all the time, because she was actually nice. Kate's the same. Anne's always been popular. And William, because there's no big scandals followed him around. And that's why it's annoying. Charles hasn't got the character or the strength of mind to do what needed to be done. If I was in his shoes and I read the newspapers, I'd say, I care about my country, I care about this institution, I'm handing it off to William. So you can have a tall, youthful man with a commanding voice and a tall, attractive, youthful woman as the head of state. Not King Sausage Fingers and the Queen of apple bobbing in the deep fat fryer, Camilla, face like a plasterer's radio, Parker Bowles. For Charles and the rest of the family, there appears work to be done. Go on then, guess. I'll give you a moment. Who do you think is going to be the bottom five? If there's anybody sitting here who doesn't know who it is, congratulations. You can't read. You probably can't write. Frankly, I'm amazed you managed to turn your monitor on or turn the telly on and watch this video. It's obviously been a struggle for you. If I put a rat in a shoebox and upended it on my keyboard, it would be able to type a more coherent sentence than you. Alright, let's have a look. Charles is on 54%. Queen Camilla is sitting on 39%. Higher than the likes of Prince Harry, 22%. And me again, Mardy arse, on 18%. Prince Andrews is at just 7%. I want to meet that 7%. I want to know the 7% of absolute maniacs who get showed a picture of Prince Andrew and goes, well, I've got a soft spot for paedophiles. I've always had a thing for sex offenders. The fact that Harry and Meghan are close to him is embarrassing. It's painfully obvious that this was going to happen. We all knew what the polls were going to say beforehand, and I think it's a damning indictment of King Charles. He should have done the right thing and stuck his son on the throne. A nice, good-looking family. I mean, on that note, have you seen the kids? Look at that there. That is objectively a bonny family. Kate's obviously good looking. The 3 kids are bonny. And even William, I mean, he's tall, he looks athletic. If it wasn't for the male pattern baldness, he'd be a looker as well. And let's have it said, he's got good teeth for an Englishman, hasn't he? You should see some of the sets of Nash's in my local. I've been in there on a crowded Friday night and there's been more feet than teeth at the bar. Now compare them to, have you seen the new photos of Me Against Kid? As you might expect from a militant black activist, obviously she looks like a young Grace Jones. Doesn't she? She's as black as a fire back. Look. Well, I mean, they must have had some powerful lights on her there. That's what it is. I'm sure she is very, very dark. Probably looks like a young Whoopi Goldberg. But, you know, the patriarchs just put all the floodlights on her and put a bit of cornflower on, and that's why she looks like a boss-eyed ginger albino. Weird that. Is it dodgy lighting? Yeah. Anyway, I've said my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. Is Charles an idiot for taking the gig? I think so. Thanks for watching. I hope that gave you a chuckle. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all next week.